study looks at the influence of demographics and how family size and poverty status relate to academic achievement in children. With this, I was wanting to look at how these factors hinder children in their success, and these are things that are so prevalent nowadays that if these are issues, then it's something that we need to figure out and do something about. Both of my hypotheses were children born in a home of higher poverty status have less academic achievement status than those who are more fortunate, and children who are born in a household with more children have a lower academic success compared to those born in smaller households. My data was taken from the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth from 1979. Mine was only of the children, so mothers filled out their children's interviews for them. I had 855 participants of all children, 121 to 177 months old in the year 1992. And they were 52% male and 47.6% female. From the poverty study wave, this was in the year 1992, but the data was taken from the previous year in 1991, and they used the family's taxes and if they had food stamps, if they had any kind of support from the state, and looked at those kind of things. The mean for this data was 0.29 and the standard deviation was 0.45. A valid percent of 70.9 of surveyed participants were not in poverty, while 29.1% were. So considerably a large amount of people were not in poverty at the time than were. The household size study wave looked at the 1994 year. The mean of this data was 2.56 and the standard deviation 1.25. In this, we learned that all the people that were surveyed were either one child in the household to eight children in a household, so we had a good range of a smaller household to a larger household. The Academic Achievement Study Wave looked at the 2006 year, and participants completed a survey of the highest school grade that they completed and that they actually received credit for. And the mean was 12.6 and standard deviation 2.05, and there was a range of 12. For hypothesis 1, we used a t-test to look at poverty status as the independent variable and academic achievement as the dependent variable. And we saw that the number of children in poverty at this time was 158 out of the 531 participants. And our mean for this data was 12.04 and standard deviation 2.13. And they reported a lower academic achievement status when looking at the high school grade that was completed than the children who were not in poverty, which was 373, mean 12.93, standard deviation 2.03, and our t-test was of all 531 participants, and our value for that was 4.55, and with this we were significant at the p is less than 0.05 level. Hypothesis 2 used a bivariate correlation as the number of children in the household increased, the academic achievement decreased. And this showed us a significant evidence at the p is less than 0.05 level. In conclusion, we see that the literature that was reviewed directly correlated with the academic achievement being lower for students who were in poverty and for students who were in a larger household. For poverty, children can contribute to poor outcomes or later in life, and it's important to set methods in place that will change this, because as it is stated in some of the literature reviewed, this is a malleable situation, and if we stop it, it can be changed. The family size and academic achievement shows that family size affects their abilities, and this can change how people want the size of their family to be. I think that this can be generalized because the data was taken from different years to show that they were younger, and then as they were surveyed at the 2006 year, the data from when they were in poverty as a child was used in comparison. Also, Marks looked at this cross-nationally in his data and saw that 11 out of the 12 countries that he surveyed got the same results, and the other literature reviewed had the same. Limitations to this: future researchers could look at how poverty and household size together affect academic achievement as a whole, rather than being separate hypotheses, and also looking at the effects of poverty rather than just poverty as a whole, because you have malnutrition and you have different things that happen because you live in poverty that may cause you to perform more poorly. Thank you.